Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 31 of my 1 vs 3 vs 3 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against two separate teams of 3 Emperor AI per team, and I'm playing as the Halfling Dreadnought, Welby the Tinkerer. In our last episode, we really came into conflict with Galendil of Orlas, who is one of our remaining 3 opponents. You can see Galendil here as a High Elf Archdruid. And we actually, most of the battling was centered around the frostling city of Halls here. And unfortunately, we actually lost one of our heroes, that being Colm the Lucky, who was one of our opponents who had surrendered to us, and we had acquired his services as one of our heroes as a result. And unfortunately, Colm fell in a battle around the city of Halls here. However, we were able to actually send Galendil himself into the void. So he's now going to be there for a couple of turns, and we're going to see if maybe we can capitalize on that and start putting a dent into this team of 3. So that's what we're going to kind of have on the agenda for this episode. However, before I dive in, I did just want to give a couple of quick shoutouts to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. The first of those comments comes from Insert Username. Now, Insert pointed out, and I had mused about this maybe in the last episode. Insert wanted to kind of verify that he's pretty sure that when you damage walls, it will actually extend the battle. And I think that might have actually been in the city of Halls here when I was sieging it. I had a number of units and I basically, or maybe it wasn't Halls, I can't remember which city it was I was sieging. But in the battle, I was in a situation where I was attacking the city and there was a settler that had run into the very back corner of the map. And I'd killed off all the other units, and then I had to kind of, blow through the wall with my cannon and then get in behind and kill off the settler, but I was worried about the battle going more than 5 turns without me damaging one of the units. But Insert, again, wanted to kind of just say that, he's pretty sure that if you damage the walls of a city, that will extend the battle. And that's kind of the reason why, if you have roaming units that are attacking your cities, if you happen to have walls, you can kind of be in some trouble because they can damage the walls and the gate and extend the length of the battle. So if you're kind of hoping for that tactic to save you, it doesn't always work that way. Insert also pointed out that I will probably have to engage the Manticore Riders in the Shadow Realm, and we'll just jump to the Shadow Realm here real quick. So if we pop over right here. So I'd encountered this stack of primarily Manticore Riders here, but we also have a High Elf Griffin Rider and a High Elf Warbreed. So this is a bunch of tough customers here. And I'd kind of run into them while I was doing a bit of scouting with Retromoria. And I sort of thought, well, I don't know if I really want to engage this battle, especially since I've got reinforcements here coming from Pimpton and a stack of machine units and some other miscellaneous units. So I've got reinforcements kind of ready to aid us. The problem is, though, that this unit is so highly mobile. As you can see here, we've got 30 movement as a minimum for all of these flying units. And then, of course, the Warbreed is notoriously mobile. And that's going to actually cause a bit of an issue for me because if we look here at Retromoria, her stack, they don't really have the same amount of movement. So I may actually just have to engage this battle one way or the other. And of course, I can bring Leo's stack into assist. But the thing that I'm kind of the most afraid of is that when you look at this, obviously we've got 4 extremely powerful Tier 4 units, a very powerful Tier 3 unit, and then of course another Tier 3 unit that's extremely powerful. And with what I have here, I really don't have a ton of really, really powerful units to counter. I mean, I have this Blight Elemental who's pretty beastly. And of course, with Leo, I can throw on a Resurgence on one of my units. But I just don't know, actually on probably multiple, because Leo actually has a decent amount of casting points. You know what, we'll equip this too when it gets there. But again, that's something I'm going to have to contend with, is whether or not I want to try that battle. What might be better is to actually wait until I'm the defender and let him attack me. And the reason for that is then I'll have more casting points. So that actually might be something that I do. But in any case, good observation from Insert to just consider the movement ability there of that Manticore stack. The next set of comments here is from Albtrom. Albtrom pointed out that in the battle that I was talking about previously, we'll just jump over to... So in the battle for Halls here, unfortunately and I guess it wasn't necessarily for the city, it was kind of the battles in and around the city. Particularly the battle where I did lose Colm. Albtrom pointed out that I actually used Dispel on a spider, so I had summoned a bunch of spiders using my Arachnid Horde spell. And one of the spiders had been Befriend Animal one of the shamans that I was fighting against had used Befriend Animal on the spider and had gained mind control over it. And so I tried to use Dispel to reclaim control of it. But when I did that, I had already actually reclaimed control of it because I had killed the shaman responsible for mind controlling the spider. So I basically used Dispel for no reason. And the spell that I was actually dispelling turned out to be an Awaken, which was the buff that was applied to that unit by the shaman itself. So again, that was a lack of observation and a lack of awareness on my part that ended up basically resulting in me wasting casting points. And again, Albtron pointed out that had I played my cards slightly differently in that battle and made a few different decisions, I might have actually been able to win it, and I might have been able to keep Colm alive. So I agree with Albtron. I think there's a lot to learn going back to that battle. I'm still overall pretty happy with how things turned out, but it would have been great not to lose Colm. So great observation from Albtron. And then one other thing from Albtron here is that he pointed out that when my gold that I had available to me was actually over 1,000, which it was for a little while, I saw a massive boost to my income. So my income was radically improved, and that is largely due to an increase in happiness. So you get a plus 100 increase to happiness across the board, and a plus 100 increase to morale of your units across the board when you have 1,000 or more gold in your coffers. So really good point there from Albtron to keep that in mind. Again, I think we're probably going to go on a bit of a spending spree now that we have the gold. We're going to need more units and a few other things, but good to keep that in mind, that if we can kind of get our gold base above 1,000 consistently, that's going to pay dividends down the road. So excellent comments there from Insert and from Albtron. Thank you to those guys for the fantastic insight. Okay, let's get started here. And again, we do have a number of things that we need to take care of. So first of all, we were trying to decide what to do with halls here. So this is a Frostling city, and I don't think we've really pissed off the halflings, and I don't think we've really made friends with them either. I think maybe just for ease, we're going to just start absorbing it. I was considering maybe doing a vassal, but we've got other units that are going to be kind of reinforcing our position there, so I'm not overly concerned. Let's just look in Sassistan here. We don't actually have anybody guarding the city, so it would be great to maybe produce a unit or two just to provide a little bit of a city guard. I'm just looking at what we have options for. We'll do a human priest just to have somebody to guard the city there temporarily. Again, we probably want to get this knight up there and involved as soon as we can. There were some roaming units, though, so I may actually keep the knight here just one more turn just to protect the city temporarily. We have some other units here we can continue to move. So we've got this stack. We can actually send them in here to effectively... Oh, and yeah, okay, we just have enough movement, thank goodness. So we can engage the battle here for this Dwarven city. Gain control of it, hopefully. Obviously, we need to keep our flame tank back because he is not in good condition. But our cannons can thankfully do some work here. So let's just start blasting. There we go. Big damage done there. We can retreat back our cannon. Or excuse me, our flame tank. And our Blight Doctor here can just kind of hang out. And I think we'll just reload one of our cannons. Ooh, Shattering Hammer almost killed off our flame tank. Okay, so we've had a reload here. And you know what's great is that they lined themselves up for me. So, gosh, they're making my life easier here. There we go. Big damage. And you know what? Let's step up our cannon reload there. And then we can do a reload on this cannon. And I suspect we're going to just be able to more or less get the finish with our cannons here. Yeah, just a tiny bit of damage. Nothing we can't handle. Very good. Okay, and look at this. We actually have an opportunity, I believe, to do... Oh, a triple whammy here. Let's do it. Excellent. Okay, and you know what? Let's grab a little bit of extra experience since we can. Throw on a weaken. We can throw on a reload with our engineer for some extra experience. And then this cannon, we can just get the finish here. Fantastic. All right, so there, we've acquired a Dwarven city. And we are going to just absorb it. Yep, there we go. This'll be nice, some extra income. And we can actually start developing the city if we really want. We've got some ancient ruins here that are actually explored, so as the city grows, we'll get additional knowledge income. Now we also have the city of Everkin, which we're in the process of absorbing as well. So that more or less takes care of kind of what's going on in this bottom corner of the map here, the bottom right corner. But we do still have Welby, of course, and Welby is kind of moving his way gradually over to this Shadow Gate so that he can get himself into the Shadow Realm to kind of help out. So I think what we'll maybe do with Welby is we will clear out this, and maybe we can even do the tomb as well, just for some extra, hopefully for some extra rewards out of that. Yeah, we'll do this one manually. We can see if maybe we can recruit a unit. Via Dominate, of course. Alright, so we'll probably go for the Chariot, perhaps. You know what? We've actually got a decent opportunity here for some big damage. There we go. Let's maybe back up just a touch. Yeah, there we go. Nice. That was pretty solid. And then we can kind of do the same thing right here, actually. Or, you know what? We could just follow up and get the kill. Yeah, there. That's actually quite nice. Now, our flame tanks, unfortunately, cannot use their... We could use a rapid reload, however. They can't use their flame blast just yet. But I actually really like that idea. So if we step up our flame tank here, give them a nice rapid reload, that's going to give us the opportunity to do that for some pretty hefty damage. And then our Blight Elemental can step up and do a little bit more to that Bond Huntress. And then we'll put our flame tank kind of in there just to guard our cannons a little bit. Okay. Nothing we can't handle there. So now the question is, do we want to maybe try for the Bond Huntress who's in... It's weakened, it's disgusted. Yeah, that's going to be real easy. So let's... Or easier, I should say. So let's try for that Dominate. Only a 51% chance, and that's, of course, because Tigrans tend to have... they have Spirit Protection, I believe. So that's going to make this a little bit more challenging. So let's at least try. Alright, well, we had a 50-50 shot, more or less. 51%, so... We'll just get the kill here. And then I think we'll just get the finish on this Chariot as well. And we can move in and just get the kill there. Alright, easy peasy. So now, let's decide. Do we want to start progressing across the water, or do we want to head down? I think because we're not going to be back in this area, we might as well grab the tomb while we're here. Potentially some extra rewards out of this. Okay, we can kill some undead while we're at it. The flame tanks are going to come in handy against the undead, of course. Okay, and that's actually great that they aren't kind of coming at me just yet. I think what we'll probably try to do is really attack the Deathbringer and the Wraith King there. But let's maybe focus on the Deathbringer first. So, can we blast from here? We can. We can actually do pretty solid damage. You know what? Let's maybe step one more up just so that we're... And I don't know if we're going to be able to hit, unfortunately, with this cannon. The Deathbringer as well without... Oh, no, we can. Oh, it's not going to let us, though, because we're... Yeah, our view is impeded here by these pillars. I guess that shouldn't really be much of a surprise. You know what? Let's just maybe blast the Reanimator. Yeah, there we go. And then, of course, our flame tanks, we're going to be using our flame blasting, that's for sure. We can do a nice big reload on one of our cannons. Let's maybe do this one. Then our Blight Elemental can step right up. Get involved here. Okay, so there's a heal. Shadow Step. Alright, so now time for our flame tank to kind of shine here, I think. So, of course, we can't hit the Hellhound because, as the name would suggest, it is resistant to fire. But, should be able to do this. Now, of course... Oh, and the Wraith King cannot be affected either. I wonder why. Is it immune to fire? I didn't think it was. No, it has 20% fire weakness. Maybe because it's incorporeal. No... It might, you know what, it might just be because it's behind this pillar, perhaps. Yeah, let's see if this one will hit it. Yeah, so, yeah, it's the pillar that's causing me the problem there. Okay, that makes sense. Now, unfortunately, our cannon can't shoot because we are engaged. So, how to deal with the Deathbringer. And again, the fire attack can do that. It's going to hurt our Blight Elemental quite a bit, though. So it might be nice to move our Blight Elemental out of harm's way. Let's see. Just trying to decide what would be my best course of action here. And we can do some actually pretty massive damage. I mean, again, we can move the cannon off. It's going to take a hit, but oh well. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that. There we go. Nothing major. Then we can do this. Excellent. Then, you know what? Let's do this. Perfect. And then we can do big fire here. Kind of like that. Yeah, there we go. That's fantastic. And then I think if we move over like that, we should be able to... Oh, that's excellent. Meanwhile, this cannon can back up, reload, and then our Blight Elemental... I think maybe we just kill off the Wraith King here. Perfect. Nice level up, too. A little bit of damage there. Nothing we couldn't handle, of course. And we have an opportunity for a nice heal on our Blight Elemental, so let's do that. And then I think maybe cannon time here, so we'll blast the Hellhound. And then we can step up and annihilate the Reanimator. And that should do it. Now let's see if we get some cool rewards out of this one. Let's see. Miraculous Lizardman Breeches. So they are a legendary leg gear item that provides 60% frost weakness, swimming, wetland concealment, water concealment, wetland walking. Yeah, I'm not that excited about these, to be perfectly honest. I think I'll sell this for the gold. And there we go. We're now up above that 1,000 level. So let's just take a look here. I think that means that our... Yeah, Wealthy Empire. You can see at the very, very top underneath base happiness modifiers, we have that Wealthy Empire basically boost to my base happiness, which is pretty solid. So that's pretty cool. All right, now let's get Welby moving again. We kind of sacrificed getting in the water this turn, but we got those rewards, which I think is pretty useful. So that takes care of Welby, and we had our builder here who was moving along. Now let's see. If we were to construct... You know what? Let's go right there. Again, we could... Yeah, I think right there, and that way if we ever do end up clearing out the Wizard Tower, we would get it as well. We'll basically throw up our fort right there. Call it East. Sure, why not? So yeah, that will be a little fortress, and then we'll have access to the gold mine and the trading post income. And if we were so inclined and we wanted to clear out the Wizard Tower, we could get the benefit from that as well. I had considered doing it with Welby, but I just decided it really wasn't worth the risk. Now, this knight, on the other hand, was charging his way up to join in the fight. And of course, it would be great to actually, once this is done in Hrim, maybe put a unit on there just to have a unit in Hrim so we aren't going to lose it to any wandering ne'er-do-wells. We could even send one of these goblin units just down to just provide somebody to at least sit on the city, maybe. Okay. What else do we need to do? So we've got some other, again, miscellaneous units that need to move. I think our units up here are ready to go. Yes, they are. Okay. So we want Holly in there because Holly has convert. We're going to want to try to convert probably one of these heroes if at all possible. Maybe the... I wouldn't mind getting a sorcerer hero. That would be pretty cool. I don't think I have one. No, I don't have any this playthrough at all, so that would be pretty cool. We could try for Sublimator the Mage. Alternatively, we could also try for the Warlord hero here. So, yeah. Either way, we already do have a Warlord in the form of Warmaster Habby, so it might be, again, kind of nice to have a little bit of variety with our heroes. Alright, well, let's give this a shot. We can I mean, we could probably do it with just this stack, to be honest. But this is a pretty difficult set of units here, so let's instead bring War Master in, and that way we're covering our bases and making sure we're perfectly capable of clearing this out. There we go. We also have the wall, which I almost didn't notice, so... No, I'm actually very glad I brought War Master stack in. We can use our cannon to try to draw them out a little bit, too, which will be good for us. I think what we'll do is we will blast Succubus a little bit. There we go. Now, I fully expect them to basically just come charging out at me here, try to attack. So let's let's bring our units over just to help out. Again, these units, because they are with Holly, they should have they have the they have the benefit of Divine Justicars, so I don't have to worry too much about them. Again, if they were to go down or anything like that, I don't have to worry, because they will come right back, assuming I win the battle, of course. Go, and our Musketeer, move up as well. War Master, we will keep War Master back just to babysit the machine units here. Importantly, though, he does have Seduce, so we can try that on a hero as well when we get the opportunity. And our Flame Tanks, I think we'll just keep kind of in place. Meanwhile, the Party Robot could throw on a Nourishing Meal, perhaps, on our Ogre. Yeah, there we go. I think that'll do it for our turn. Let's see, I expect them to come out at me, but maybe they won't. Okay, they're just going to kind of hang back. That isn't so bad for me. I can just kind of keep shooting at them with my cannon. Can we hit the... Yeah, we can hit the Succubus a little bit. There we go. We're also putting some work in on those walls to make it easier to get in there, which is good. So we will start moving in our units, because if they're not going to come out, we're going to have to go to them a little bit. And our Ogre here can go and start bashing on the walls as well. Maybe we'll do that and try to kind of draw them into attacking a bit. Party Robot can reinforce as well. Of course, we want to keep our Engineer with our cannon so that we can keep the reloads going. War Master can step right up. Ollie should probably use Touch of Faith on somebody, maybe on the Shock Trooper, because he's got a little bit lower resistance thanks to being an Orc. We'll go climb the wall with our Orc there. And then our Flyer could actually step up and start attacking the hero. Again, I'm not as interested in killing the heroes because I think I'd like to try to convert them or seduce them. So I'm less inclined to want to do that. Boy, we're taking a pounding there with our... Ooh, and we got seduced. Okay, we're going to have to kill off that Succubus, which shouldn't be too big of an issue because it is now outside of the walls, so we should be able to just put a blast on him. I think we'll just do this. Yeah, there we go. Big damage, followed by perhaps a little bit of flame tank action. Could do the trick. Let's see. When the Succubus has fire protection, it's a dwarf, so yeah, we've got some units over here who are going to need our attention. Let's see. I'm just trying to kind of figure out what would be my best course of action here. We could kill the Succubus probably quite easily with the Party Robot, and if that doesn't work, we can get the finish with the Flame Tank, so let's try that. Okay, not quite. That was a little bit unfortunate. I was really hoping that would just get the kill outright, but we can do this, which is pretty good. There we go. Okay, so now we should have control of our Ogre back, which is good. Holly probably needs to come in there and drop a heal on our Ogre, who kind of took a bit of a pounding there. And meanwhile, our Ogre can finish off the wall. Now we got a pathway in. And actually, our other Flame Tank probably needs to come over and start grouping in a little bit here. Now let's do that. Start working on that Shadow Stalker a little bit. Meanwhile, we can reload our cannon once again with our engineer. So now War Master. What should War Master do? Just looking at his options here. We do have Gas Breath. It's not really going to do much to the Shadow Stalker, unfortunately. Let's focus maybe on killing off these units over here instead. You know what? We'll bring down our Shock Trooper and kill off the Axeman. That. Ooh, and then you know what? We can attack the Shadow Stalker here for a bit of damage. I think I'll actually use the Ogre maybe to... I'm trying to decide what would be best. Alright, yeah, let's get in there with this attack. And then we can... Oh, nice. Do some pretty big damage. Put in some work there. War Master can step up. Holly can step up. I think if we walk up like this, we should be able to get the kill with a combo of our attacks here. So then we have War Master as well, who can step up and do a bit of damage here. Fortunately, it looks like that's not going to be enough to get the kill, however. Although if we step closer, maybe. Oh, not quite. Well, that's okay. That Shadow Stalker's basically going to die as soon as he attacks somebody. And again, remember, that Ogre does have Resurgence, so not really an issue that we lost him there. Okay, now we want to start getting into the castle here, so let's... We have to be careful. War Master can still die, and he doesn't have Resurgence, so... I think maybe what we'll do is... We'll kill Shadow Stalker like that. And now we have to fight this one as well, so... Reload our Musketeer. Then, yeah, let's maybe send Holly up in there to try for a conversion, perhaps. Let's see. What are our odds of that working? 55% chance. Not bad. Okay. And then, you know what? Let's try for a seduction as well. Oh, wow. So he resisted both. It's kind of interesting. I was really expecting that to one of those to work on him, but... Alright, well, now we just have to kill off the heroes because we aren't going to get either of those back, so... Might as well just start killing the heroes, basically. Put our shock troopers in there to do some fighting. The Ogre can... I guess step up. Like that. Our cannon, on the other hand, can... I guess continue to blast over here, maybe. Here we go. Do some flame blasting over here. I guess I could have tried to immolate that hero before I tried to seduce or convert him, but oh well. There we go. Just putting in the work on these remaining units. Going after my engineers. Alright, so now we should be able to finish off the Shadow Stalker here without too much difficulty. Probably start putting some heals on our units who are, again, kind of in somewhat rough shape here. Let's go like this. And then do blank blast. Nice, okay. Now all that's left is the hero over here, I think. War Master can step on over. Actually put some pretty decent hurt on him here. The gas breath attack there. And then, you know what, if we shoot our cannon from like this angle, I think we might break the wall and be able to actually hurt him quite a bit. Well, unfortunately, we got that line of sight penalty, so we'll move this off. There we go. That's better. Perfect. Oh, and I maybe should have used my repair machine abilities there a little bit. But that's alright. So yeah, we survived. We didn't take a ton of damage, and Holly can repair that pretty quickly. Or I should say heal that relatively quickly, so no real concern there. Some miscellaneous units up here. Yeah, we're not going to be able to convert them. They have spirit protection, basically, so maybe we'll just send in this stack to go and deal with these units. It's not maybe the worst idea. I think this stack should be powerful enough to handle these two, but I maybe should add one more unit just to be safe. Yeah, it'd be nice to kill these off, and then we can go out and grab this watchtower as well, just to get a little bit better vision range. Meanwhile, Holly can head over here and grab the watchtower, I think. As for the city, we're going to just absorb it. Yeah, so Holly can go over here, basically clear out the watchtower. I'm going to do this one manually just because I want to try and get a little bit of healing going. Okay, throwing a weaken on me there. Right, so Holly, again, took a bit of a wall up there, but that's alright. And then should be able to get in there and just start putting in the hurt here. Kill the Swarm Darter. Hurt the Blight Doctor quite a lot. And then I think what we'll do is we'll step our Musketeer up and get the finish there. Then we can Warcry and break the Guard of the Marauder. Get this Ogre up in there. This Ogre can go and just bash these Untouchables. Nice. Okay, so we took some Poison Spit damage, but should be able to get another heal going. Now we can heal the Ogre. Reload our Musketeer, of course. And this Ogre's really in rough shape. So let's just get the finish over here. There we go. Okay, and that gives us a little bit better vision range, which is good. You can kind of see what's going on a little bit better. Yeah, I think we'll be able to handle this okay. But, again, I don't know if that's really worth the risk. We don't have an engineer to reload the cannon, which is kind of unfortunate. So, let's see. We did get a level up with... Oh, and look at this. We got items. I almost forgot about this. So, War Master, because there were 2 heroes that we killed, War Master himself has a level up. Tireless would be pretty decent for him, actually, I think, as a field medic. We don't really need. We have mostly machines. So, yeah, let's go Tireless. Okay. Now, let's look at his gear. So, really, really good shield here. A Shield of the Frosted Arc Raider. Angelic Robes, I think we can probably sell that. Decent headgear here. Reasonable melee weapon, although not amazing or anything. And then lots of kind of usable items over here. Ooh, and look at this. We got the Wand of the Naga Mage. I'm going to give that to... Yeah, I'm going to give that to War Master here, just so that... Oops, I didn't mean to swap it there, but... Then now he's got a really good magic attack as well to go with the rest of his attacks. We have a Befriend Animal option here with this Slingshot. Maybe we'll give that to Holly. Ooh, and I don't want to forget about Awa Ness over here. She could use some items here. Let's see, what is she missing? So, she could use some headgear. She could use some shoes. Just looking at... Yeah, so she could use headgear and shoes, so we'll send her those. So headgear. And the shoes. Then, let's also check, does she need a melee weapon? I think she already has. Yeah, she's going to have one. This one's not going to be very good, so we can give her a slightly better one. Yeah, we can send her the little hand scythe at least. Now, as for the shield here, that might be better than her bard item, actually. This is a pretty solid shield item here. Okay, let's double check the rest of our heroes here. Oh, actually, Retromoria could probably use it. Her shield is nothing. It's just a common shield, so Retromoria perhaps could use it. Of course, it's going to take a bit to get to her. Let's see how long would that take. 5 turns versus 2 turns to get it to Awanes. I think we'll send it to Retromori, though, because she kind of is on the front lines there a bit. These angelic robes, I think we'll just sell them. Blighted hand scythe. Let's just double check that everybody has a melee weapon. Yeah, I think we're pretty good in that respect, so we can sell this one off. As for the other items here, let's double check. So Awanes does not have anything besides... I'm looking at specifically her types of damage that she has from range damage here. So we'll just equip all that stuff. Yeah, she could use some additional range damage, so let's maybe give her the Shock Wand. Rod of Lightning Charge, that'll go to Awanes. And then these ones, I think we might almost want to just sell those. I think our heroes are already pretty kitted out with bows and whatnot. I mean, we'll give Awanes the bow, I guess. She doesn't have that, so give that to Awanes as well. And then the crossbow, I think we can just sell. Perfect, okay. So, yeah, Holly's kind of done her work over there. We can use this spy drone to do some additional scouting for us, which I think would be probably a wise choice. So let's go kind of up this way and see what we can see. Looks like Quandria has something right there. Doesn't look like it's very large, so maybe a new city that she's just acquired or something like that. War Master should probably back Holly up and just keep moving that way. But again, I do want to kill off this unit and move up and grab this watchtower. And since this is here, you know what? Let's actually send War Master up this way. So we can basically engage this little unit here. I don't want to split my army up too much, but in the interest of just covering a little bit more ground, I think I will sort of split my forces just a little bit. Okay, now let's move our cannon up like this. I thought we'd be able to do a little bit more. Unfortunately, I've kind of put my cannon now in a bit of a precarious position. I think it'll be okay, but... Oh, yeah, there we go. Big, big damage. So, one of my engineers here, I'm going to actually reset the cooldown on the flame tank. What I'm hoping is that's going to allow me to basically blast both of them here. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And I think, yeah, we're more or less able to just end the battle right here. Might as well do a nourishing meal, I guess, on War Master. Then we can send War Master in to just get the kill. We can't seduce, unfortunately, so we'll just go in and get the kill. Perfect. All right. So now that that's taken care of, let's just keep War Master on moving up this way, along with this stack. And again, we're going to clear this out, and then maybe we'll head over and see if we can take on Quandria's city. And we'll keep our spy drone if he doesn't get killed. We'll keep him moving over this direction to see what we find. Okay, we had lots of units being produced, so let's go kind of take care of that. So, Rakalin produced a flame tank. Let's figure out maybe where we want that to go. Again, we have some kind of miscellaneous units here in the Shadow Realm. Fortunately, yeah, our city came under attack, which was not ideal. So the city of Ripura was besieged, which was quite unfortunate. We have this stack, which is moving kind of over this direction to go and reclaim this city for us. Yeah, we have our spy drone over here doing a bit of spying for us. Okay, decisions. Now, this flame tank would probably be best served by going up to join what's going on up here, I would think. And these units here, we wanted to build a little stack to go and clear this city out, reclaim the town of Yargan from these independents. Lightning Cannon and Engineer would probably be good, because obviously one of these is a fire elemental, so that's going to be resistant to our flame tank attack. Probably cannons would be, I think, a wise choice. So maybe we... Of course, this cannon's in rough shape. And I don't know... We don't have a Master's Guild, unfortunately, which is kind of a shame here, because that would improve our repairing capabilities. Because, yeah, we're kind of in rough shape there. Now, what we could do is produce... Builder. Actually, maybe we do that. We'll make a builder. And that can go along with all these machine units here. There we go. That's a good idea, I think. And then these two can actually maybe start moving over that way to begin that process of trying to reclaim Yargan. Over to Fula Zaire. So we finished a siege workshop. So now, what could we start working on here? Again, we've got plenty of gold, so let's think about what would maybe be best for us. We have this stack of units, which we've been kind of using to clear out different structures. I think we'll try this structure and see if we get a decent item out of it. But in terms of developing Fula Zaire a little bit more, Master's Guild, obviously, increasing our production wouldn't be so bad. Getting a Dreadnought's Foundry going so we can start producing our Dreadnought units. Storehouse to increase growth wouldn't be bad, as that's going to start bringing in the Enchanted Armory, for example. I don't think... Oh, so our machine units count as armored, which is actually pretty cool. So that might mean that with the Crystal Tree... with this Crystal Tree and the Enchanted Armory, I'm not sure why it's giving us the Abyssal Ridge. Let's see, can we find it here? Enchanted Armory. Produced armored units get... Oh, yeah. So that would actually give us some pretty solid units out of here. Pretty solid machine units. It's unfortunate we don't have a quarry as well, but that's pretty nice. So I'm going to actually maybe start doing that, where we'll focus on getting this set up for machine unit production, perhaps. Yeah, I like that idea. I think that's pretty solid. So let's do a Master's Guild. We'll just start working on that now. Meanwhile, these units here, let's engage this battle and see what we find here. You know what? We'll let them run. Helm of the Deep Lord. Helmet of the Deep Lord. We will just sell that for gold. That's not really something that we desperately need at this point. Ooh, and we've got some pesky scoundrels that are going to need to be killed. I suspect there's more defending this than meets the eye. Yep. Ooh, 2 lesser Shadow Stalkers. That's going to be somewhat challenging to deal with. But I think because we have our flame tank, we will be able to manage it. Again, this is going to be a tough battle, actually, for us. So let's... Saying we're closely matched, but you know what? I think we can manage it. I think we'll be okay. We end up losing a unit or something like that. It's not the end of the world. Be nice to have a cannon, though. That would allow us to break down these obstacles and make things a little easier for us. Because we're going to have the issue here where our attacks are going to have to go through the obstacle, and we're not going to do as much damage with our flame tanks. So I'm hesitant to send our golem in there up front. I don't really want to do that. Reset the cooldown here, and then we will start blasting. Okay, and it does damage the obstacles, which is really good. I actually wasn't sure if it would do that, so... Okay, there we go. So now there's no obstacles. I suspect they're going to start moving out to attack us, probably. So we will kind of reinforce ourselves just a touch here. Like that. No, okay, so they're going to kind of stand back. That's fine by me. This makes my life a little bit easier because I can basically now just step up and fire blast the crap out of all these units. Yeah, just like that. Fantastic. And I think I might be able to get the kill here. On the Shadow Stalker, no problem. Then our engineers can step up and throw some flashbangs in there. Nice, another kill. That's really good. Our golem can kind of just step up to provide some protection to our other units. Meanwhile, this engineer, I think, will just hang back with our flame tank there. Oh, sabotage. I almost forgot about that. Well, I did. No, I didn't almost. I did forget about that. Boy, I'm lucky there. I'm really lucky that I didn't lose that unit. Okay, so now we're very close to leveling up. So it would be great to get this guy to gold medal so he can start actually repairing these machine units. So let's go over here and see. So blunderbuss. We step over like this. I think we can. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Nice level up. That's fantastic. So now we have a unit that has emergency repair, which is really, really good. This engineer, on the other hand, does still need to get some experience. So let's step up and do some blunderbuss action right there. Then we can probably just get the finish here, I think, with our flame tank. No problem. Perfect. Yeah, so that's fantastic. Now we have one of our engineers can actually start repairing our machines, which is really good. More aggressively. Stock of living vines. Pretty decent item for immobilization, but I think we'll just sell it. Just grab that extra gold. And that's going to get us back above that 1,000. Although, again, we're probably going to start spending again and go right back below it. Oh, and would you look at this? Okay, so this is the domain of Zorn here. So, yeah, we need to get Fula Zaire kind of up and running and maybe a bit better defended. The good thing, though, is that we've kind of got a bottleneck right here. So, basically, if Zorn wants to attack me in this direction, he more or less has to come down this road. Because there's Void on this side and Void on this side. And so, yeah, he really is going to have to pretty much come in one direction. Unless, of course, we get attacked through the Shadow Gate up above here. But that's actually very, very encouraging that it's kind of a bottleneck. Give me a chance to load up some powerful units, hopefully. Alright, so 2 Rakalin now. I think we'll just keep making lightning cannons. We'll just make some more lightning cannons out of there. We've got one guarding the city of Endram here, which we're in the process of working on the Citadel of Light, which will allow us to produce the Archon Titan, which should be pretty cool. Over to Bittercrest now. Let's think about this. So we've got ourselves a Flame Tank in Bittercrest. Flame Tank is going to need to get into the action somehow. The question is, what is the best way to do that? I'm thinking maybe we go... Boy, we got options here. Lots of options. We could send the Flame Tank kind of up this direction. We still have this structure here that needs to be cleared out as well. We really haven't had a chance to do that. Alternatively, we could send him up kind of this way. Might not be such a bad idea. Reinforce what's going on up there. I think that's what we'll do. We'll send him this way. Kind of maybe go up this road like this. There we go. I think we've already used this spy drone. I'm just double checking. Yep. All right, so back to Bittercrest now. In terms of production, I think we'll just keep doing cannons and flame tanks out of here, more or less. So a cannon there, and I think we almost, yeah, we're 2 turns away from a Juggernaut out of Hard Thistle, which is going to be exciting. Over to Asyut here. I think we will start making some more units in this city. We've got a Musketeer and a Golem. So let's maybe just do another... Maybe we'll do another Engineer. Just to have some units kind of coming out of the city there. And then we'll send them into the Shadow Realm, probably. Beb Jun, we have a cannon that needs to start getting into the action here, so we'll send him up this way. And then we'll start producing yet another set of machines here. We'll do another flame tank. Nurm. I believe Nurm we're just going to probably do Human Knights. I think that's going to be a smart move for us there. Sight Veil. Same story. We can do Human Knights. We really can't do much else in the city. Just looking around, yeah, there's really nothing else to produce. You know what? Let's do it. We'll do... You know what? Actually, maybe just for this turn, we'll do merchandise for now. Although, actually, rather than merchandise, I think we could... Yeah, let's sell. Let's do a little bit of selling here. Sell off some of these unusable structures for us to get a little bit of extra gold. And then this guy now, I don't really want to send him in all by himself, kind of, because he'll get... This flame tank will probably come under attack if I try to do that. This stack is mobile except for the Griffin Rider, so I think maybe I will just kind of leave them be for now. I might just move them up 1, perhaps, like that. Oops, and this cannon as well. And then this flame tank, I eventually want to get it kind of over there. If I do this, I feel like it's going to get attacked, but... Okay, well, so far so good there. Now this stack, again, they're kind of out of the action, but maybe we bring them up this way to kind of help out with this Elven city. That might be kind of appropriate here. Because, again, we've already cleared this out. We could go in and try and clear some of these aquatic structures, but I think it would be more beneficial to just try to get another city going for us. So, yeah, let's just kind of head up this way. We almost have Fairfields absorbed. Now, Awa Ness, on the other hand, we were going to have her maybe try and clear out this tomb, but we'll have to kind of wait and see. All right, so now the big decision. Do we want to try to attack this army of Zorn? I think what we'll do is we will actually wait. They could just go back and reclaim this dwelling, unfortunately, which isn't so good. You know what? We're going to retreat back and just have ourselves sit like this. So then if they attack me, at least I have the dwelling to provide. Not that it's really going to provide much, because it doesn't give you a wall. Even though it shows a stone wall here, this dwelling does not provide a wall. But I'm at least going to defend it, so that's something. This little guy can do some more digging. Keep getting us some extra gold. There we go. And yeah, Leo can just chill out. Spy drone over here has a little bit of extra movement. I think we'll just tell him to chill out, because we don't want him going into the domain and getting attacked there. So that's going to do it for our turn. So let's end it there, and we'll just kind of see what happens, I guess. Now, I'm expecting that we were probably going to come under attack somewhere. Whether that's in the Shadow Realm or what, who knows. But, again, eventually I want this army to link up with Leo and Retromoria down there. That would be ideal, I think. Alright, so it's now Quandria's turn. So Galendil didn't attack us or anything like that. Another unit was produced here, it looks like. Yeah. Shadow Elf Metropolis. Again, I'm definitely on the hunt for throne cities now. I want to know where the throne cities of these opponents are. Let's see if Zorn decides to attack me here. Or at my dwelling here. Interesting to see what he decides to do. Okay, going after my spy drone. We'll just let that happen. So far, relatively uneventful set of enemy turns here. Okay, he's bringing the ogre back. I might actually be able to get my spy drone in there temporarily and just take it from him. That would be kind of funny. I'm not sure if I have enough movement to get in there, though. Some pesky units here attacking my spy drone. Let's see if I can... Oh, I didn't mean to do that in auto combat. I meant to do that manually. Whoops. I probably could have kept that spy drone alive by kind of cheesing it a little bit, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Really kind of a mixed bag here of elemental units is attacking my stack here, so let's take care of this. Probably a spawning structure up there that needs to be dealt with. Okay, so first things first, let's just retreat back, I think. They are attacking us after all, so we don't have to worry too much about doing damage right away or anything like that. Just gonna give them kind of an opportunity to come and attack us. Let's do some repairing here on some of our machines while we have the opportunity. We might as well reset a cooldown just because we can. Alright, we're going to let them come to us. I was kind of hoping they would line up a bit for me, but looks like they aren't gonna bite, so Let's see. Are we within range of any of them? I don't think so. Now, the Node Serpent does have phase. I need to keep that in mind. This cannon, I think I will basically start blasting here. Hit the Spirit Elemental, who will probably just heal itself. Would be my guess. Drop a reload there. Meanwhile, this cannon, I think we will perhaps go after the Node Serpent. Nice critical damage. That was pretty solid. And then I think maybe our Musketeers will kind of just move over that way. Party Robot can just kind of chill as well. Again, we're just going to kind of let them come to us, more or less. But we'll even send War Master up, and he can drop a repair on that machine. Meanwhile, this flame tank, we need to get him involved. There we go. I've kind of grouped myself up that he's going to have a weakening breath opportunity, but... Okay, just use weaken, that's fine. There's that phase, kind of expected. Our Musketeer can step over and flank the Node Serpent a little bit. Give us an opportunity to do this. Perfect. Big damage to that Blight Elemental, which is great. I don't think we can seduce these units, yeah, so we're not going to be making any friends, unfortunately, in this battle. Let's get our cannon a little bit out here and see what we can do for damage. I think we'll just hit the Frost Elemental here and then do a reload. Obviously, fire is going to be very effective against the Frost Elemental. There we go. Very nice. Killed the Blight Elemental, which is great. This cannon needs to reload, so we'll just do that. And then this flame tank can get involved, so let's make sure that that happens. There we go. Perfect. And now all we have left is the Spirit Elemental in the back there. And War Master can do a little bit more repairing here on this tank. It's very nice having both machine repair abilities with War Master there. I quite like that. Musketeer, I think, just got dazed, so he's going to be out of commission. And yeah, we cannot seduce the Spirit Elemental. Surprise, surprise. So now let's do a cannon shot here. Perfect. Let's just see it. Does anyone else need a repair? Party Robot could use one. Might as well step up and do that. Perfect. And then we can do some fire damage here. We'll... Well, actually, not as much as I was expecting. All right, we'll just use a ram. Excellent. So that basically takes care of that little group. Now, I'm sure that those units came from somewhere, so we'll have to figure out where that is. Oh, and look at this. Galendil surrendered to me. Obviously, because I sent him to the Void, he got a little, I guess he got a little intimidated by that and decided to give up. So, hey, you know what? I'll accept it. 100%. My empire is crumbling. Our cause is hopeless. I offer you my throne and my fealty. Thank you very much, Galendil. I will gladly accept. So, hey, you can't ask for much more than that. That's fantastic. So there's Galendil's throne. Oh, and here, okay, we got Zorn over here. Again, we know that he had that area. And then there's something here. This used to belong to Galendil as well, it would appear. And then Quandria. So Zorn is probably, his throne's probably over in the corner here, I'm guessing. And then it would, my guess would be that Quandria is in the Shadow Realm, that's where her throne is. Ooh, and look at this. We actually get some pretty decent units here. We got a Shaman, a whole bunch of Griffin Riders, Butcher, a Ice Scraper, and, of course, Galendil himself with another Griffin Rider. So that's fantastic. Oh, and look at this. Galendil actually has a fairly decent smattering of items here. So he has Resurgence. That's actually really good for him. Then we have a shield. We have a melee weapon. Pretty decent headgear. Quite a good... So he has Frost Aura. Quite a good torso gear. A little bit of shock weakness being imparted, but not so terrible. And this is pretty good for frost protection. So he ends up with 100%. So between the warg, the shield, and the shin guards. That's where he gets that 100% from. So, yeah, pretty solid. Let's do his hero upgrades here. So, let's take a look at him. So, he's fresh. So, we'll do a nourishing meal, first of all. That's always good. I do like nature's resistance. And since we're fighting a rogue, natural immunity would also probably be useful for us. Warm at Night and Spirit of the Land are also pretty solid upgrades. I do like Call Ancestral Spirit as a spell. So maybe what we'll do instead is we will... It just basically gives me an ability to summon an extra unit. So perhaps we will... Just looking. Befriend Animal, of course, is always nice. Try to take control of any animal units. I think we'll do that. And then we will also do Druidry and Call Ancestral Spirit. So now we have enough to summon that, or to do that spell. And then I think we'll also take Spirit of the Land. Actually, you know what? Since we're going to be fighting... Actually, let's do Warm at Night. And the reason for this is because we are going to be fighting against a rogue still. So let's do Warm at Night. And those Shadow Stalkers do cold damage as well. So there we go. Really solid. I'm very, very happy that that worked out for us. We've got a proposal here from Vinstar. What is it? They would like to open borders and have peace with us. We're going to decline that because we have an army that's like going there right now to reclaim it. And I think it'll just be faster if we just siege the city and take it that way. Sort of the good old-fashioned way. All right. Domain invasion at Maboland. So that was those elementals that came down and attacked us. All right, so yeah, let's basically just head up here. We can clear this out. This is going to give us some additional... We'll just do it in auto. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, no problem. Okay, it looks like there's a Shadow Gate up there. That might be worth exploring as well. It would be interesting to see if we can get into the Shadow Realm. I guess that would just put us kind of above this city, so maybe not as useful for us. I was thinking maybe that would give us a way to then sneak in and attack Quandria or something like that. So we might just have to kind of move on this way. Because again, we saw that Quandria did have a city over here, it looked like. We saw some of her territory, so... I guess we can head over here and clear this out while we're in the area. Same story. I think we'll just do auto combat. Yeah, no problem. And anybody we want to recruit? Definitely not. So now the question, do we want to maybe head down kind of this way and just go across the mountains there? I think that's probably what we're going to sort of have to do. All right, now as for Holly, we might as well clear out the tombs since we're kind of in the area. Oh, and there's Quandria's little thing. So we'll do this one manually. Now, I have to be very careful, and this came up once before, that if my units are killed, they can be reanimated as ghouls, and that will actually probably get rid of the resurgence. So that's the one caveat here, is that I have to make sure my units don't actually die and get reanimated. So again, that ogre that's in rough shape, I'm probably going to just keep him back. Although, you know, I suppose I could drop a nice juicy heal on him or something. I think we'll heal our flyer first, though. Just because our flyer is going to be up front, probably doing some fighting, along with our shock trooper. Musketeer can do some work as well. We are going to have to do some damage to them eventually, but for a couple of turns here, we might as well just exploit some healing. Heal this ogre. There we go. Again, this guy's going to just stay back so that he doesn't get killed. I think that's more or less our healing for now. This is going to regenerate in another turn, so let's do a Touch by Faith on our shock trooper, and then we can start moving our units up. Yeah, we'll put our ogre right there. I'm kind of expecting a shadow step in behind us there with our... Okay, yeah, they're starting to come at us now. That's good. There's the shadow step. Right on cue, kind of as expected. Right, so now let's blast for some damage. Oh, you can actually do pretty solid damage there on this Deathbringer. So that might be the way to go here. I think that's what we'll do. Perfect, and we got the kill. That's great. And then, you know what? We can blast this Deathbringer for a nice, big blast. Holy, almost 60 damage. That was unbelievable. Move our flyer up. The Ogre can step right up here and start bashing in the undead up there. Meanwhile, the Shock Trooper could kill the Hellhound, but I'm actually going to hold off because if I do that, they're just going to come back as ghouls. So I would rather actually wait and let them suicide themselves on my Shock Troopers there. Yeah, there we go. And then we can step up like this, throw on the War Cry. Some work there. We can use our Musketeer basically just to camp on the Hellhound so it won't come back. And then let's do some healing back here. Flyers and our Ogre can probably take care of this guy. There we go. Ogre can step up as well. Perfect. So yeah, decent opportunity there to clear out a structure. It's going to benefit our city once we get control. And of course, a little bit of healing actually we were able to do. Ooh, and look at this. Slither's Chris. Inflict bleeding wounds, +1 melee damage in 3 different types. So spirit, blight, and physical. Some gold and some mana. That ain't half bad. I think I'll take that and I'll try and give it to somebody. Awaness could actually use it because it's better than this one. And this stab item is not going to be so good either. So I think we'll send that to Awaness. Perfect. All right. We did get a level up as well with Holly, which is great. I think we already have the improved healing with her. Yeah, where is it? A healing aura. Yeah, so we already have that. So at this point with Holly, like, I don't really know if there's much else I need for her. She's already got a ton of casting points. We could give her more. We could also make her stronger with these upgrades here. Could give her Absorb Pain, but I don't really think that would be a good choice for her at this point. I think we'll just do Divine Channeling for some extra casting points at this stage. Yeah. She's extremely powerful now. And then, yeah, I think we'll head in this way. I do have to be a little bit cautious sending her in by herself as a single stack, but I think we'll manage. I think we'll be all right. These machines could even head down and start kind of following Holly a little bit, I guess. Oh, and this is a little fort, actually. It's not... I don't even think it's a city. So that's kind of good to know. Again, Sassistan was invaded. Whereabouts? I'm not seeing... Oh, that was these units up here. So these spiders, these roaming spiders there, posing a bit of a threat to me. This knight can group up with this knight. Now we've got 2 knights. I am going to have to, at some point, deal with these units because they are threatening my city. So, they are going to have to be dealt with. And I think what we will do is basically just send up... I don't think we have enough movement to get in. No, we don't. That's unfortunate. I was going to say, between these 3 units, I could probably get in there and kill them. I mean, my 2 knights might be able to handle it, but all it would take is one of them getting a web, and we're in trouble. So, yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll send this up like this. And then, you know what? We can clear out this watchtower, and that's going to give us better vision in this area. But yeah, I'm super, super happy that Galendil surrendered. I was kind of hoping... I didn't want to say it, you know, and jinx it, but I was kind of hoping that he would surrender just because that makes things easier for me. You know, again, I put quite a lot of hurt on him, so not really that surprising. All right, so we'll just retreat back with our cannons here and put some hurt on these units a bit. Obviously, we want our Monster Hunter back there as far back as we can go. Flame tank. I think we're out of range for them. Well, not quite. They can do a little bit of damage to us. Nothing we can't handle, though. Flyer should probably hang back because pikemen and flying units don't tend to go so well together. Alright, perfect. So now we got some opportunities for some flanking shots here. We can blast with fire damage here the Sun Guard if we want. Also, the Monster Hunter could do some flanking, although Monster Hunter might get killed by the Cheetah, which would be kind of unfortunate. Yeah, you know what? I think we can just kill the Sun Guard probably almost outright there with our Flyer. Boy, it's a shame this can is not loaded, or we could just blast these two. I'm just trying to see what would be its choice. What I would like to do is turn this Sun Guard around such that it's then open to Fire Blast. About over here, how much does that do? Yeah, that Sun... Yeah, between the Flame Tank attack and the Monster Hunter, we can definitely kill this one. So let's do that. We'll jump in like this, flank like that. It's still going to be kind of unfortunate. So yeah, this is going to hit my Flyer, which isn't ideal. What about a Ram? We could ram and kill the Predator. That wouldn't be a problem. There we go. This battle isn't actually going quite as well as I was hoping for, but that's okay. We'll just reload our cannons here, I think. Again, our Monster Hunter is most likely going to be killed off here, which is kind of a shame, but... Oh, hang on. If we step up like this, what kind of damage do we do? Might have a chance for the kill. Nice. All right, that's perfect. Now, I suspect they're going to pounce on my Monster Hunter. Oh, and he survived, but then he got killed that way. Oh, well. We can step up with our cannon and do this. Nice. Pretty big damage. And then our Flame Tank can get the finish effectively. Perfect. So yeah, bit of a shame we lost that Monster Hunter, but that's all right. Now, we got pretty solid vision here, so we can see these Fey dwelling over here. Might be worth heading up that way. I think that's probably going to be the course of action for this little stack. Send them up that direction. Item has arrived, so we have a slingshot now for... We have to remember that Holly now has the ability to also befriend animals in addition to convert. I think I'll actually put it up higher in the list so that it'll actually hopefully appear. We don't have to click on her to actually get everything. Okay. Ooh, alliance proposal from Merman here. Hell yeah, let's do that. Become a vassal? Absolutely. That's great. Another vassal. Always a good thing. Any other crazy events happening? So yeah, Galendil has lost, of course. Festival of Light. Okay, so that's going to benefit... units dedicated to good, the bonus is doubled. We are good, so that's obviously good for us. Although I don't think we really have that many units dedicated to good at this point. And then it's just a lot of joint offers from some of our vassals, which I'm, again, more or less going to continue to ignore. Yeah, and of course Galendil has surrendered, so now maybe we can actually get this giant dwelling here without any effort. That would be kind of cool. Now, again, lots of units that we have to coordinate movement with here, so... Ooh, and there's a hero here who we might need to just go and kill off, actually. I think that's what we'll maybe do, just to not have to worry about this unit doing anything. Oh, and it's telling me probable defeat. Interesting. I think we'll be fine. Maybe I'm overconfident. Oh, and they immobilized my little guys. That's not good. It's going to complicate things a little bit. So I want my cannon with them, however, because then the cannon can do this. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. We could almost kill the hero, but I think it'd be better to kill the Griffin Rider first. We go in and ram. That does decent damage. And then what about this cannon? I don't know. I don't think we're going to be able to get the kill, unfortunately, with our cannons like this. Now, how much health? 15. I guessing if we... I wonder if we did this. Hang on. Instead of reloading the cannons, what if we reset the cooldown on the flame tank? And then... Oh, not quite in range. Dang it. That was a... That might actually cost me a little bit in this battle. That was unfortunate. Yeah, there goes my engineer. Yeah, that didn't pan out so well for me. I guess I was a little overconfident. Alright, so we'll... Oh, dang, I shouldn't have moved up the way I did. Back step one. There we go. Let's do that. And then our cannons can just run. When I should have turned that cannon to actually face the hero. Now it might get killed by some shock bolts or something. Okay, we're fine. And then it's going to be... This one's already gold medal. How about this one? Silver medal. So let's get some experience there. And then a little bit of fire damage. Perfect. So yeah, shame we lost that engineer. But we did kill off that hero. And hey, there's some items here. Okay, so we got some headgear. Now let's see, which of our heroes needs headgear? ONS has a ton of stuff coming her way. Yeah, I think she's in pretty good shape. We don't have a mount for her, but I don't think we had a mount drop either. Immolating touch. Some of these items are just going to be selling items. So the harpoon we can send to ONS. You know what? The shock wand, perhaps, we send to one of our heroes that could benefit from it. I think we'll jump to our heroes here, and I think that's how we'll maybe end the episode. Is just sorting out these items. Okay, we need headgear for Welby, so we could send him the... Actually, you know what? We could use another ranged attack with Welby, so we'll send Welby the headgear. Yeah, that'll be good. We'll send that to Welby. And we'll also send Welby the lightning wand. Now we just got to sort out... The club, I think, will probably just sell. That's going to go to ONS for selling purposes. The torso gear, I think, as well, we can probably just sell off. Pyromancer's tinderbox. Send that to Holly, and this we can send to Warmaster. We can probably just sell most of those items. Alright, so yeah, I think that's probably where we'll kind of end this one. Yeah, so great development there. We killed... Or Galendil surrendered. We now just have Quandria and Zorn. And Zorn, I think, is probably going to be our biggest obstacle. Again, though, very happy to have this really, really powerful High Elf city that we've inherited now. Again, all the upgrades are constructed, so... Yeah, really, really good news for us. We'll just zoom out and take a look at our empire now. We've really kind of taken over the majority of the surface map. Again, we've just got Zorn probably over in this corner. Although, again, his capital might actually be... His throne city might be underground. And then if we jump down to the underground, is where we really haven't explored much at all. We have one city here and a vassal. And I think this is still our vassal, if I'm not mistaken. Let's double check. Yeah, it is. Interesting, though, because the color of it's a little different. But, yeah, so that's our vassal there. Oh, I guess this is a dwelling. That's why I'm comparing it. So this is our vassal, but it's a dwelling. And this is our vassal, but it's a standard city. And then jump to the Shadow Realm real quick. So, again, the Shadow Realm, we've kind of had our ups and downs. But we've really gotten a good hold on this kind of southeastern portion of the map, I guess you would say. And we're starting to push from the southwestern portion. And we also have now claimed this dwelling here. So we're zeroing in on Quandria and on Zorn. So that's going to be what we're after for our next few episodes, is trying to probably get rid of the two of them and wrap the game up. But again, we don't want to, kick back and think we've won when we maybe haven't yet. So we'll save this one as episode 31. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.